Senator. Before we move on to calling up our Team Australia Skillaroos, I just wanted to pick up a point that you raised there. One of the great things about World Skills Australia, and I think that sets Australia apart from other countries around the world in the World Skills stage, is the fact that we do get a lot of support from our past medalists, if you like. They pass on the knowledge. And you mentioned two people, Dale McMullen and Jared Langdon, who are both gold medalists, and they're both here today. And I think that's just, sends a strong message about what World Skills Australia, and in fact the whole Australian ethos is all about. They're here because they see what they got out of it. They want to give it back to this group of people coming through. So I just wanted to acknowledge those two people. Okay, first cab off the rank, so to speak, Aaron Samfier, Auto Body Repair. Aaron's from the Sydney West region and he's one of 18 TAFE New South Wales representatives in the team, so thanks Aaron. Karen Luna, Automobile Technology. Karen from Mount Isa in Queensland, and he's taken extended leave to concentrate on his training now up until the competition. And following this camp, I think he's flying out to New Zealand for 2 weeks training, so good luck over there, Karen. Jessie Lee Gladwell, Beauty Therapy. Jessie's from Cairns in North Queensland, so she's looking forward to getting the jacket with the Canberra weather out there. Nigel Craig, Brick Lane. Nigel has the very rare distinction of being a dual Australian representative, as he's also been selected in the Australian men's indoor hockey team, so well done. By day and smashing through defences at night, I suppose, Nigel. Michael Welshman, cabinet making. Michael's one of two Skillaroos from Western Australia. I think he's been dividing his time between WA and Adelaide, where he's been training with his expert. Justin Laidlaw, car painting. Speaking as a young father myself, I know that Justin's had the ideal preparation for the long days and long nights in Calgary, because he's also the father of a very young son, so he hasn't had much sleep, I'm sure. Shane Ashton. Sorry, Shane. I reckon Shane's also had the ideal preparation, because recently at the mock competition in Newcastle he went head-to-head with his younger brother Michael, and if competition between siblings is anything to go by, I reckon he's well placed now to compete in Canada. Nanad Jury, cooking. And like all Skillaroos, Nanad's been busy. He was over in Perth earlier in the year, honing his competition skills, picking up quite a few medals in competitions over there, so well done, Nanad. Gavin Press, electrical installations. Gavin's preparations mean he's probably racked up the most frequent flyer miles. He's taken him far and wide, including competing in the Canadian competition last year, training in Japan this year, and it's a long way from central west New South Wales. Stacey Pittman, floristry. Stacey's the second of our Skillaroos from the west, and she's made several trips east recently on the red eye, so I'm sure she knows that flight quite well. One of the opportunities was at the recent Melbourne International Flower and Garden Show. Melissa Guiney, graphic designer. Another international traveller. She's been competing in Taiwan earlier in the year. Megan Queen, hairdressing. She could probably rival Gavin actually for the frequent flyer miles, having been over to France, the UK to train late last year, early this year. We're up to Benjamin Dean, industrial control. And Ben also travelled over to Japan with his fellow Sparky Gavin to train over in Osaka, I think it was. Nick Davies, IT software applications. juggling the demands of study for the HSC as well as training for Calgary. So well done, Nick. Mitchell Edwards, joinery, and Mitchell's been taking things quite easy this year. He got married, bought a house, and he's been training for the World Skills International competition, all while holding down a full-time job, so he's been taking it pretty easy. Andrew Arthur, Manufacturing Team Challenge. Andrew's from Brisbane, and I'm sure the fog won't worry him. The fact that he can't see, I think he's been working down in the Cross-City Tunnel in Brisbane for quite a few months, so he's used to working with low visibility. Kyle Butler, Manufacturing Team Challenge. He's got Manufacturing Team Challenge in his blood. I think if anyone picked it up, Brent Butler won a gold medal in, where was it, St Gallen in 2003. Brent's also the expert now for the category. Kyle's Brent's butler. Brent's brother? I'm sure as a younger brother you probably felt like you followed on time too. Luke Davies, Manufacturing Team Challenge. Luke completes the set of the Manufacturing Team Challenge team, and he also had the distinction of being named the inaugural Career One Best Performed Component in 2008. Kyle French, Painting and Decorating. Kyle's from Orange in central West New South Wales, and he's probably a bit too hot, so he won't be wearing the jacket. Knowing what the weather's like up that way this time of year. Tyson Knight, Plumbing. And Tyson's simply the smiling plumber from the Riverina Murray region. Well done, Tyson. Nash Mason, Refrigeration. Nash is from the Hunter region in New South Wales, and he was probably the first Skillaroo to have qualified for this team due to his success in the refrigeration national competition, which was held a few months before the main national competition. James Sun, Restaurant Services. Like all of our Skillaroos, James has been busy, this time combining training with work at one of Australia's best restaurants, the Key in Sydney, as well as studying at university. Daniel Karangis, our Sheedy from Queensland. Peter Steinweiss, wall and floor tiles. And I'll let you know a secret, Peter hasn't been working hard. Peter's recently retired in his own mind so that he can concentrate on training for the international competition. Daniel Jones, Web Design. We spoke about earlier, Daniel is in the fortunate position of being trained by one of the best going around, the 2005 International Gold Medalist in Web Design, Jared Langdon. And Joshua Harris in welding, and unfortunately Joshua can't be here today as he's currently in the US competing in the USA welding trials, but I'd like to call up Troy Everett to accept the jacket on his behalf. Troy is our international expert in bricklaying. It's only fitting to have an expert come up and accept the jacket because it really is a team of experts working behind the scene.